Welcome to the Just Being Frank Show, the realest sports talk show on YouTube, giving fans a real-life perspective on sports and entertainment.
You knew better, you do better, who do it better? Yeah, top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Puppy Host to do the most. Welcome to Just Being Frank Show. I got some hot shit for y'all, man. Bad news, sad news, but it's news, real news. WNBA is done. I said it yesterday. I said it years ago, right? A year ago, and year and some change, almost 2 years ago. Napheesa Collier confirms conflicts of interest at the press conference. So, of course, we're going to play what she had to say, and we're going to take a deep dive into it, right? All right, so make sure we hit the like button. We do all of that good stuff. Wake them up. Let them know we in the building. Hell of a show we had yesterday. If you thought yesterday's show was good, watch today's show. Because, again, it's more coming out day by day as time is moving on how the players that's negotiating these deals, Napheesa Collier, Bree Stewart, and Wnba, which we ain't heard nothing from her since she decided to sign with Project B, was the first one to sign with Project B. We ain't heard shit else from her, okay? And all we keep hearing is they so far apart, which usually you will hear that in a negotiation like this, like as such, right? But this is different. Again, most people that go through lockouts, most professional leagues that go through lockouts, they don't have another professional league that can pay them just as much or more. They don't have that. They just got that league. And if that league is out of business and lock you out, then you're not making no money. $0. So a lot of times, even the top tier players, whoever's the presidents negotiating these deals, or the NBA or the NFL or with MLB or NHL, whoever's the president to negotiate these deals, they don't have an outside league that'll pay them millions. Maybe NHL does. I'm not sure. But damn sure not in the States of America. So they almost have to come to Jesus moment and say, okay, we tried all we can best. Let's sign the deal now. Because even the top players don't want to not get a paycheck. So they'll quickly sign on the line, or not quickly, but they'll do as much as they can. And yes, you can say for surely they're coming back, especially if they've been wildly successful like the NFL, like the NBA. Right? If they've been wildly successful, then yeah, they're coming back. But in the case of the Wnba, when you've been losing money for almost 30 years now, and they have new leagues that's willing to pay them more than what you're willing to pay them, the people negotiating on getting paid by the Wnba are compromised. They are attached to the rival leagues, right? They attached. Yes, I got my icicles up now too. They attached to the rival league. You got two, Brianna Stu and Napheesa Collier, who are co-founders of a rival league called Unrivaled. You have the main president being the first player to sign with Project B, a rival league to the Wnba that actually season goes into the beginning of the WNBA season. And the WNBA is not willing to let up on you being late to training camp. You're going to get docked pay, like a big, I believe it's a nice amount of change. But they starting the season now in mid-April. training camps and all that stuff. Mandatory training camps. So, again, when I kept telling y'all, is this the last time? I believe I even said that during last season of Caitlin Clark's, one of her games, and when she went out. I said, this might be the last time we see Caitlin Clark play in the game for real. A lot of people wasn't understanding what I was saying because I knew they would lock her out. I knew they would try to lock her out and leave her no choice but to either have to sign with them, go along with whatever they go on with. But the WNBA, they knew they wasn't going to re-sign this deal from the gate because they knew what was coming their way, either unrivaled, and again, equity in the league that Caitlin Clark is in, that's good. That's a good investment. That's a good investment. You give me 2%, 1% of millions, that's a good investment. That's just on top of, that's just break that on top of what I'm already getting. And ain't no telling how successful this could be if that's the only women's bet. Again, think about it. Think about Project B never showed up. Caitlin Clark signed to Unrivaled first year out. First season would have been wildly successful. They would have profited large, especially just coming off the WNBA season that Caitlin Clark had her rookie year, right? And she go right into Unrivaled. It would have went right to Unrivaled. All the traction. So let's not front and act like that's not what would have happened. That's what exactly would have happened. And they would have been successful from day one. And the equity in the league, it had kept rising year after year if Caitlin Clark is there. And now CBA comes up. So after her first, let's just hypotheticals. First year she signed with Unrivaled, it's wildly successful. Next year, they having CBA negotiations like they are now. No Project B. Unrivaled is wildly successful. And they ain't coming up with a deal good enough for the co-founders of Unrivaled, Napheesa and Bree Stu. They're not coming up with enough money to knock them off their square. Because the WNBA, even if there's no Project B, can smoothly, easily say, listen, we paying y'all $1 million plus. We don't want you to play overseas, underseas, nowhere but right here. Then that automatically makes Brianna Stu and Napheesa Collier say, no can do. No can sign that deal. We just started Unrivaled. We got player, it's booming. We wildly successful. We got Caitlin Clark. We got Paige Buckers. We got Juju coming down the pipe. We got Hannah Hidalgo. We got Olivia Miles. We got the players. We already got y'all players. So what? You want us to end that? To come back over here and y'all paying us. So even if all the other WNBA players who not signing with Unrivaled because they really not like that or whatever the case have you, it's not enough, right? So I hear people saying, lock them out and Caitlin and just whoever else roll with the – no, the WNBA not going with that. If they all lock out, if they all go to Unrivaled, all the top players – and even Caitlin is in Unrivaled, man. So again, Caitlin's not in Unrivaled. She said no 3-on-3. Here comes Project B. She says no to the Saudi Project B. No, thank you. And so she's left in limbo. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's commenting, man. I meant to get to y'all comments. Marvin's says the Pope in the building. I hope everyone having a great day, chatting, doing great. Appreciate you. Shout out. Yes. Yes, I'm about to cook. I'm just beginning. I'm waiting to, that hit about 50 plus. and then we can pull up this video. They won't let go of the team housing. They want a scissor house. Lester Banana. Shout out to Lester Banana in the building. Michael Gallus. Andrew in the building says, Pope, people don't see the play that's going on. They don't understand Clark has lost a lot of popularity. She needs to fight for her fans and herself and stop being bullied. These are street games. Well, I'm going to dive into that. Shout out to Burrow in the building. Says, good to see you, man. I seen you yesterday. I didn't get to shout you out. Was Unrivaled on FanDuel and all the betting sites? I never checked. Neither have I. Somebody answer that for Burrow if you haven't already. The phrase "a rising tide lifts all boats" does not seem to apply to this situation. Let's see. It seems that they're saying a rising tide lifts all boats. Okay. All right. So let's bring up this video here now. This press conference of what Fee had to say, which further makes my point about this Wnba gay is going away. Let's learn something.
Of Unrivaled, how do you look at TV ratings as you guys enter year 2?
I just had to say this. Aaliyah Edwards, you look like Evander Holyfield, Clarissa Shields, all in one. You look like, not even Evander Holyfield. All right, I'm sorry. It had a little jokey joke. Little joke. Hey, E, I rock with you. Let's go.
I think ratings are always important, as TV deals are always your biggest source of income. And so, making the fan experience really great and making sure we have a great product is always number one for us. So, doing things like we added more seats, especially behind the bench, because that's the way the camera faces. Adding even more players. Like we had amazing talent last year, of course, bringing those people back. Securing our future in that we have 75% of our league is on multi-year contracts. So the stability in that way with viewership, fans know what to expect. They're going to see amazing players playing amazing basketball every single night. So just delivering the best product that we can is how we try to grow our audience and sustain them.
Awesome. Thank you.
TV ratings. Where is Ben Daniel when you need him? Where is BDP Podcast when you need them? Right? I need BDP to the front, please. I need BDP to come to the front. Ratings. Oh, Lord. Don't let us talk about your TV ratings, love. And that's how you're getting this popularity. Yeah, you ain't got no TV ratings. That's tough. It's tough. I don't know how you're going to operate. Nobody's viewing you. She said a couple things. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pause now. Because a lot of people complain about me pausing all the way through. So I want you heard everything she had to say, right? Now let's break it down, exactly what she was saying.
TV deals are always your biggest source of income.
Important is a ratings increase for long. I know there's so many ways to generate revenue and attention as well, but how important is a ratings increase for long-term stability of Unrivaled? How do you look at TV ratings as you guys enter year 2?
How you look at these TV ratings, man? Because y'all was trash. It was the TV ratings last year was terrible twos. You barely was getting out 100,000 views. I mean, shit, you snooze, you lose. So what do you do come year 2 when it comes to this gaining all this different type of revenue? It's on you.
I think ratings are always important, as TV deals are always your biggest source of income.
Biggest service of income. I heard that.
Making the fan experience really great and making sure we have a great product is always number one for us. So
do you got Kaylin? Make sure you got a great product. This product ain't been great never. This is the same girls that ain't been great before Kaylin came. This is the same product that was bad product that been losing money for you. Huh? It's the same product. What are you talking about?
Doing things like we added more seats, especially behind the bench, because that's the way the camera faces. Adding even more players. Like we had amazing talent last year, of course, bringing those people back.
I don't give a shit who you bring. Hannah Hidalgo, Hannah Stokey, it don't matter. Joanna Man. That's the only way, y'all. Matter of fact, that's how you can make money. You get a he, she, which I'm against it, but they allowing it. And y'all against Trump. Trump said, no, you want to piss Trump off? Go get a he, she, a Joanna Man, and let him play with y'all and be dunking on y'all. That'd be entertaining to see Joanna Man just destroy. have a what do you call him? A trans? Put a trans man on the roster, on somebody's roster, who can dunk, high flying, and he just be dunking on y'all. Going through y'all ins and outs. Because it's a spectacle already. You're making a spectacle out of the game of basketball already, right? It's a disgrace the way you guys play. So you might as well go all the way in. 3-on-3 full court. Who does that? That's not even done in open gyms. Like, if we got 6 people, we're just going to half it out. We're going to half it out. And because we want the competition to be there. Making it full court, it makes it easier to get on breaks and easier lanes to the basket. So we want to condense the courts to the room on the court. It's already so spread with just 3 of us because we used to being able to operate in a 5-on-5 fashion in a half court setting. So 3-on-3 full court is just open for bullshit and people. It's a shit show in itself. That's why when we go to the basketball court to play basketball, if we got at least have 4-on-4 to do full court. The only ones who doing 3-on-3 full court is little kids. Little kids, they love to run all day long. They sugared up, right? They love to run all day long. Little kids, we got 3-on-3. Let's do. But me personally, even as a youngster, because I understood that even as 10 years old, that let's right here. You go to work. You get the ball. You go to work. You got this amount of space. You understand? So put a man in y'all league, he, she, and that's how you can draw something. It'll draw something because people will laugh. People will tune in. It'll be comical.
Securing our future in that we have 75% of our league is on multi-year contracts. So the stability in that way with viewership, fans know what to expect. They're going to see amazing.
See? It's over for the WNBA game. That's a confirmation. One confirmation right there. We got players signed to multi-year deals already. So all that, y'all trying to start the WNBA season right in April, like right after the end of what's their season? Like real shortly after the end of Unrivaled. And then y'all saying y'all don't want to play, y'all don't want us to play in other leagues. Ain't no way we closing out our league. Ain't no way. We got multi-year deals. We trying to be the best.
Players playing amazing basketball every single night. So just delivering the best product that we can is how we try to grow our audience and sustain them.
Awesome. Thank you.
You have no audience, love. 100,000 people was watching the game on TV. I'm going to find out where y'all play. I've heard it was like a 300 or 500 fan seater. So you damn sure got to make your money off the TV. And if y'all was only drawing in 100,000 views, you wasn't making no money from the TV. You was losing money. Yeah, whoever you signed the deal, TNT Sports or whoever it was that signed y'all, Fox Sports, whatever. Shit, I'm sure they wasn't happy with those numbers. And y'all better raise them numbers up this year. Hopefully pay. Angel couldn't hold it down without Caitlin. Her games was less viewed than other games. People tend to have took a liking, even to you. People took a liking, even myself, really, until you start opening up your mouth. See, because you're not as smart as you look. And so, yeah, you look the part, but when you open up your mouth, that's when them girls that can be cute, but when they get talking, they're a turn off. Huh? Yeah, she's one of them. She's Napheesa Collier is definitely one of them. She one of them girls. She look good. She just take pictures. You see her, pictures, little videos, her not saying nothing, whatever. And as soon as they open up their fucking mouth, damn, he like, oh shit. He like, why can't you just be mute? Just stand still. Just sit still, will you? Oh, we also gonna talk about Asia Wilson having a baby, getting knocked up with Bam out of bio. Oh, I can't wait to break that down. That's gonna be later in the show, so stay tuned. But yeah, let's go. Let's continue. They signed players for multi-years, so I know where they going away.
We'll go to Annie Costable.
Let's go, Annie Costable.
Hey, I have two for Napheesa. First of all, you guys are over a year into negotiations with the WNBA. And I'm curious how you would describe the level of unity
over
within
a year. Damn, say that one more time. Go back. I'm sorry. We're going back. I'm not interrupting. I'm going back. She said over a year. I just want to make sure I heard that.
We'll go to Annie Costable.
I like Annie Costable.
Hey, I have two for Napheesa. First of all, you guys are over a year into negotiations with the WNBA. And I'm curious how you would describe the level of unity within the union. If you feel like there's been any fatigue, or how you guys continue to stay on the same page. How would you describe that unity within the union?
I think it's been amazing. Just the player buy-in, the player participation, the unity in that we all feel like we're in lockstep with what we want, what we're willing to do to get there. It's been amazing. I was not part of the last CBA, so I don't know what it is in comparison, but this has been awesome. And I think naturally, I don't think there's fatigue. Like, obviously there's frustration.
It's been awesome. Okay, go ahead.
In that both sides are trying to get what they want, but I think we still have that fire within us, and that we're willing to do what it takes, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get what we think we deserve. And so that fire keeps burning through that. And our PA works really, really hard. The players have all been so engaged that I think it's really easy to stay in that space as well.
Oh, Mr. Cook, your ass. Now the show begins. People, hit the like button. No, play.
Story.
Play. Oh, Jesus.
And then second for you,
Mr. Postman. That's when you done it.
Fire within us, and that we're willing to do what it takes. Amazing. I was not part of the last CBA, so I don't know what it is in comparison.
Go back.
Same page. How would you describe that unity within the union?
I think it's been amazing. Just the player buy-in, the player participation, the unity.
It's been amazing. So me, Bree, Wnba K. Who else is part of the WNBA PA? Let me know, chat, in the chat. So I won't have to get up and go get my phone. Who else is part of the WNBA PA? Anybody else know? We know it's Bree, Fee, Wnba K. Is that just them three? Who else? I gotta go get my. Anybody know? Please put it in the chat. I want to know who's a part. Who's all a part? We know those three. I wonder, is there anybody else? What's good, Livewire? Shout out to Livewire. Wnba K. Vice President is Kelsey Plum. Interesting. Alicia Clark. Napheesa, Bree, Alicia Clark, Elizabeth Williams, Bree Stu, Brianna Turner. Oh my God, do you hear these names? Terry Jackson. So I gotta laugh and keep them crying. Caitlin, it is over, baby. It's over. So KTV, if you listen, shout out to KTV. But KTV seems to be confused. He must don't watch my show. And I'm sad by that because I consume his content. But I'm not sad by it. But either he don't watch my show or he just not picking up what I've been putting down forever. Ever. Because he seems confused on what Napheesa just said. I seen his video shot again. Much love KTV, his content and the work he puts in. But when I hear him like, no, y'all not on the same level. Caitlin Clark is on this or on the same page. Caitlin Clark is over here saying this and y'all saying this. Adam Silver said he about to come sit at the table. I'm like, bro, it don't matter. Adam Silver, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris come sit at the fucking table. It wouldn't matter if Kamala Harris came and sat at the table trying to get these girls to do a deal. Okay? It wouldn't matter. Did you just see that name, those names that's involved in this? Did you hear those names? They are activists. And then Kelsey Plum, again, is she signed with Unrivaled? Is Kelsey Plum signed with Unrivaled yet? Kelsey Plum signed with Unrivaled. This is amazing. Those names, y'all, that just fucked me up. I didn't know. I knew about E. Will. I did know about E. Will. I kind of like, yes, she is signed with Unrivaled. So when she say it's been amazing and we all been supporting each other, KTV, she talking about, the people that's going to lock Caitlin out. See, they ain't worried about Caitlin. Caitlin don't got a say in nothing. And she ain't been saying nothing. And now, until now, she tried to say something, but it's too late. You should have been called out. This is what I've been saying. She should have been saying something. While a lot of y'all saying she shouldn't say nothing. She should have been saying a lot. Because they all compromised. They signing, if they not co-founders, most of them players y'all just named, they signing them to Unrivaled. And the main president is signed with Project B. So forgive me for telling y'all the truth this whole time that this was all to do away for the NBA to go away without being blamed, right? Because they tried. It's out there. It's wildly out there. Everything that they've negotiated and tried to get these girls. 33% revenue split, yada, yada, yada. All kind of shit that I can't even, the 7-figure deal, they tried to do it all. Expanding the league, making more teams, more games, so on and so forth. Chartered flights, better hotels, food. Now when you come into the better, they're like, we try to do everything. We tried. It's all smoke and mirrors, as if they tried. I told y'all this too. All that expansion teams, that was just to look like we wasn't planning on locking out and not coming back. They have been planning on it the whole time with them. They allowed the other homies, the other billionaire homies to eat. The other in-game people to eat. They said, we got the NBA and a whole bunch of other shit. Mark Cuban, I think he sold the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, he for sure sold the Dallas Mavericks. But he had them. He had the Rangers. He had multiple teams. A lot of them got multiple teams. Not just the NBA. Some of them own hockey teams. Some of them own baseball teams, along with the NBA team and other things. So they just wasting money on these girls is unnecessary. It's like, okay, it's enough. We've had enough. So yeah, we're gonna act like we're expanding. We're gonna bring in a Valkyrie team. Again, it's all smoke and mirrors. If you don't see the play, then I'm sorry you don't see it. I'm sorry. But again, because Like, you know they're in on it, the WNBA, with the NBA. It's the NBA. You know they're in on Adam Silver. Why he talking about, I'm about to sit at the table. He's in on it because he wouldn't allow them to sit at the table if he wasn't. He wouldn't allow nobody who was compromised signed with those leagues. He would have found players. Kathy would have found players that said, we need players that's not compromised. Sophie, she's not compromised. Caitlin, she's not compromised. And whoever else you need to find that's not compromised, that doesn't have a dog in Project B fight or the Unrivaled fight. We're here for the WNBA on the better half of the entire league, not the better half of what you could do for me because I got Unrivaled on me, or what can you do? We're gonna try to run the price up because I got this over here and I got that over there. So we're gonna try to run the price up. And if you don't, sign off on our ridiculous demands, then we'll just go over here and we'll go over there. What? After all, we've been forking out all this. So again, because to me, if the NBA wasn't in on this, if whoever running all the people that's running the WNBA, if they wasn't in on all of this, because this is a slap to your face. This is a direct disrespect slap 2 times. This is 2 slaps to the face. If you not colluding with them on trying to get rid of the WNBA so they can go on and the other investors can do their thing, if you're not in on that, okay in that, you would not allow. This is a slap in your face. You've been taking care of these women all this time, been keeping the league around just so they can say they professional basketball players. Been just keeping the league around and attaching the NBA name. Like, you even attaching the NBA name to them didn't even get them nowhere in their own country. But they think a league like a Project B, something that's called a project, is going to do better than what the NBA did for the WNBA. As big as the NBA is, the brand of it, them just putting a W in front of it couldn't even move no needles and get no money because y'all product was that bad. That's the absolute bluntness of the shit, man. And when you think about that, that's wild deal. That's like Def Jam saying, Pope, we gonna push your music. And don't nobody like it. They give me the stage, right? They give me the promotion, they put me on TV, so on and so forth. I'm making appearances. They set the stage for me to succeed and stamp me, and I can't. That means you're lousy. So you want to attach yourself to a Project B or something that's called Unrivaled, and it has no NBA attached to it, no Caitlin Clark attached to it. Why would we do it? Why would we do it? If you're not a content creator that can make money off of you silly heifers by clowning you for doing it, then why would we do it? Because it's not wildly entertaining at all. It's the opposite of entertaining. Okay?
In that we all feel like we're in lockstep with what we want, what we're willing to do to get there. It's been amazing. I was not part of the last CBA, so I don't know what it is in comparison, but this has been awesome. And
this has been awesome. that we so far away from getting the deal done, but no sweat, my pet. We all lockstep. The only one who not lockstep is Caitlin Clark. And the players that's not signed with us. The players that we won't sign, yeah, they probably got a problem too. Yeah, they probably mad too. They want a deal done too. The Deja Kellys of the world, whoever that is, I can't even tell you if she white, black, Mexican, whatever. But I was consuming KTV, and he told me about some girl named Deja Kelly. She being upset as if anybody cares about a Deja Kelly being upset. But it's not even that nobody cares. It's the fact that why is Deja Kelly upset? Because she's most likely left out of Unrivaled. Unless, chat, let me know. Is Deja Kelly signed with Unrivaled? I could be wrong. I might be wrong. Is Deja? Did anybody even know who that is? If you don't know who that is, I don't. Look her up for me, please. I left my phone over there. I don't want to get up. If you kindly, please. Is Deja Kelly a part of Unrivaled? I believe that's her name. David Reed, shout out to you, J3T. No, he says no. No. She's one of the, right. Exactly. See, that's what I'm trying to tell KTV. If you listen to my brother, right? When you like, oh no, y'all not all on lockstep, and Caitlin ain't in lockstep with what you're saying, and Deja Kelly, yeah, because Caitlin's not a part of Unrivaled, and Deja Kelly isn't either. And whoever's not a part of Unrivaled and might not be signed with Project B as well, they're the ones that are worried. Caitlin's worried because she's not signed with neither or, and the other ones that they won't sign, that Project B won't sign or Unrivaled, they have no league. And they smell $500,000. They talking about $250,000 for a bench player. They're like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. The greasy burgers of the world. She like, that's me. I'm a bench player. The R.E. McDonald's of the world. That's me. Hey, I was on the couch. I came off my couch. You mean to tell me I can get $250,000? Yeah, so any other ones that they haven't signed, yeah, they're mad. But that's not who Napheesa is talking about. She's talking about all them names y'all gave me who involved in the WNBPA. And mostly all of those names I've seen is signed with Unrivaled. I wonder if Brianna Turner trash ass, is she signed with Unrivaled too? Is she signed with Unrivaled? You would think not, due to her skills. She can't be signed with Unrivaled. I'm sure she's not. I'm sure they didn't sign her. She should be one that's left in limbo and be mad. Yeah, she should be mad. But she not, because she's an activist. And her dumb ass probably not even aware that, wait a minute. After they lock her silly ass out, you're going to be like, I thought you was going. They probably, listen, you do this for us. You do this for us, Bree. We got a contract for you, girl. You hold down. Bree like, you got a contract for me? Yeah, we got a contract for you. And she like, okay. Her silly ass. Soon as they locked out, she finna be lonely as hell. I want to take y'all back to something real quick, man. I started to play it earlier because, again, there's always a method to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. And when I wrote this quote, when I wrote this lyric, listen to what I say about them locking Caitlin up.
CC for you. CC 22. Yeah, 2. Let's get it. Caitlin's government for you. What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Caitlin's government for you. Nah, she a dog. She can ball like she might. Caitlin's government for you. soaring through the sky, it's a Hawkeye legend. Caitlin's coming for you. Now the fever on fire, WNBA jam. Fast break, she on the move. Go hard, win or lose. Dog on the court, but show charm in an interview. Even though they all hating, even though it's all Caitlin. Sorry, bust your balls, but this year gonna be hard breaking. MVP, bet that. Logo 3-step bags, no look past, catch that. Nike couldn't check that. So check that, hating at the door. We in year 2 with the bacon if she the GOAT. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble CC like Muhammad Ali. Shake the haters off like John the Liquidator. They games premature, should be baller than incubators. Keep putting ink to paper, keep signing for meals. If they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels.
If they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels. If they try to lock you out, they'll be shining your wheels. Working at a car wash, because most of them all wash. Claiming they the reason that most of us all watch. That really gives me a real laugh. But listen, it was evident. I've been saying this even before I wrote that song. Let me write that line because I knew they was gonna lock her out. It's like, hi, now what? You don't gotta, hey, you didn't want to join us. Now what you gonna do? So when we hear Caitlin say, guys, we gotta get a deal done, it's too late. I told you was gonna have to rumble CC like Muhammad Ali. You didn't rumble. You and listen, I understand you. It's not all on you. People, hold on, because I was saying something very significant the other day. I said something very important. Caitlin's pops is running the show. And when he tell her shut up, she shut up. If he tell her you don't say nothing, she ain't gonna say nothing. When he tell his wife we not going to the game, we not going to the game. Wife want to go to the game. Mrs. Clark, she want to go to the game. When he say no, we not going because there ain't no telling how we react to a poke in the eye or a tumble over, a swat to her head. We ain't no telling how we gonna react. A cheap shot by Marina, ain't no telling how we will react, and we got to protect our brand. Now I'm telling you, Mr. Clark, fuck that brand. And y'all should have been stood up and said something because this was always a clear case of collusion. It was always a clear case of targeting Caitlin Clark. It was always a clear case of racist behavior. It was always a clear case of all the shit, all the way from the beginning of this, of Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA. It's been nothing but racism and hate to her that spilled her way. Immediately. Oh, she only got the Nike contract because she white. Oh, she only getting all this hype love because she white. Oh, because that's how in middle America, white people treat their own. Oh, Iowa travel. First, it was Iowa travel when she was in college and selling out every fucking game everywhere she went. They tried to make it seem like Iowa travels everywhere. And not just that, no, the people that was from wherever she was going, even in college, they was all coming to the game because they heard Caitlin Clark was coming to town. And so just like she was selling out all arenas everywhere she went in the WNBA, she was doing that her senior year in college. And what they said was, instead of saying, damn, Caitlin is getting love from everywhere, everybody. No, they told you Iowa travels very well. Iowa Hawkeye people, boy, shout out to AB in the building. Shout out to everybody. I'm cooking right now, though. Y'all know how I be. Oh, Iowa, all them Iowans, they spend their money and support their team. They travel well. I'm like, no, nigga, that's the nation. The nation is spending money on this girl because she's special. Why you don't say that? Why is it that Iowa travel well? Now, when she gets to the WNBA and you can't say Iowa no more, Now it's, oh, her fans is racist and toxic. And it's like a quote of, because she's white and most of her fans is white. Well, most of this fucking country is white, stupid. Most of LeBron James fans are probably white, stupid. Most of Michael Jordan fans are probably white, stupid. It's 233 million of them motherfuckers compared to your 48 million. So while you thinking, oh, stupid. Y'all is something different. Y'all really are. You kill me. You kill me, Smalls. But let's continue.
I think naturally, I don't think there's fatigue. Like, obviously, there's frustrations in that both sides are trying to get what they want, but I think we still have that fire within us, and that
there's frustration. Does there seem like any frustration on this girl's face? Hell no, she ain't frustrated because the only thing.
willing to do what it takes, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get what we think we deserve. And so that fire keeps burning through that. And, our PA works really hard.
So
the players,
we're not going to do what we need to do to play. We're going to do what we need to do until we get what we deserve. Pay attention to that. I'm going to go back on that one. And I think naturally, I don't think there's fatigue. Like, obviously, there's frustrations in that both sides are trying to get what they want, but I think we still have that fire within us, and that we're willing to do what it takes, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get what we think we deserve. What we need to do to play. We're going to do whatever it takes to get what we need to do to play, and it be good for us too. They're not worried about playing for the WNBA. What we think we deserve. That's not negotiation work, especially, again, they can show you the numbers and show you how you do not deserve it. That's like so easy. It's not like you really actually deserve. Like you've earned what you're asking for. You really haven't. You can't ride the wave, the coattail of Caitlin Clark, and act like you deserve something now. As if you set the foundation to this league having this uprise. Again, people really didn't know who you was. Let me tell y'all the funny thing. I didn't learn about, I'm gonna speak for myself. Let me know if it was the same for y'all too. Let me know if it was the same for y'all. I didn't know who Napheesa Collier was until they announced Unrivaled. And said it was a girl named Napheesa Collier and Breanna Stewart. I've heard of Breanna Stewart before, but I never heard of Napheesa Collier until they announced Unrivaled. And she started speaking out for Unrivaled. And then they'll tell you, like when she go on her interviews, how many time championship in Connecticut and this, that, and the other, and leading scorer and rebounder and MVP runner-up. Napheesa Collier. And so you're like, oh, okay, so she must be good. Okay. 5-time All-Star. Like they show out her, they'll spew out her accolades. Right. So you're like, oh, okay, so she one of the top players. But I never seen her or heard of her a day in my life. Okay, you know about her UConn. Cool. I didn't know any of these professionals. This should have been CC, Sabrina, Lexi, basketball players until I followed CC into the league. They want revenue share, not profit share. Profit share, they will pay to play. Okay, who else? Because again, I know I'm not the only. I'm not the only one. Well, again, shout out to you, a lonely fan. It seemed like a lonely fan because I never heard of her. I guess I'll be the lonely fan on that one. Yeah, because I didn't watch UConn. Couldn't stand UConn. They got it again. And the reason why I never watched UConn and never could get into UConn in women's college basketball. Because after I would say Tennessee, Candace Parker. After Candace Parker, I did watch Maya Moore. I watched a little bit of Maya Moore do her work because she was special. So I would tune in. But at that time, I think even like they was on their verge of dominance. They was dominant already. He probably had a few championships already. But when Maya Moore got there, it's like every year after that, they just won every year. Damn near it seemed like they would go undefeated. Damn near every year it seemed like the scores would be ridiculously lopsided, and they would get all the best players. So it was like, why would I want to watch that? Why do I want to watch them pound on? They have no competition because he gets all the best players. For some odd reason, he gets all the best players. All the top 5-star girls go to UConn. And so I was like, what's entertaining about watching that? A bunch of 5-star recruits whooping on girls that ain't that talented. And so you only got a sprinkle of talent here and there. You know, 2 other teams that's all right, Notre Dame and who else was all right? Because after Tennessee, after Pat Summitt left, Tennessee went down the drain. And then South Carolina, Notre Dame emerged. With Notre Dame first, then South Carolina started, then down when they got Don Staley, started winning. But again, before that, it was only Connecticut for so long before South Carolina came. Now it's basically South Carolina now. So it's always just one team dominating in women's college basketball. That's trash. Nobody will see that.
Fire keeps burning through that, and our PA works really, really hard. The players have all been so engaged that I think it's really easy to stay in that space as well.
And then second for you, obviously we've all seen the news about Project B. Its plans to start next November, run through April, which is in direct competition with the league you founded. What were your immediate thoughts when Project B was launched, and how do you guys plan to maintain a competitive edge when fielding or going after talent players? Excuse me.
Yeah, I think really just focusing on us and what makes us great. I mentioned earlier it's like 75% of our league is on multi-year contracts. So making sure that we secure the future, making sure that we're putting the best product that we can on the court every single night. Our league thrives because we have the best players in the world and we're keeping them home domestically. We're building their brands and we offer things that other leagues can't offer. And so we feel really good about what we have to bring to the table. And again, we're worried about ourselves and our own growth and making sure that we can deliver on those things and making sure that our players are happy.
Thanks.
Notice how she said other leagues. Let's go back. Leagues, S, plural.
It's like 75% of our league is on multi-year contracts. So making sure that we secure the future, making sure that we're putting the best product that we can on the court every single night. Our league thrives because we have the best players in the world and we're keeping them home domestically. We're building their brands and we offer things that other leagues can't offer. And so we feel really good about
other leagues can't offer. Again, girl, you don't got the best talent in the world if you got Al Thomas signed with Project B. She left you. Kelsey Mitchell, one of the best guards in WNBA. She signed with Project B. She's never played for you. Jonquel Jones, probably the best center in the league. She doesn't play. She played. So when you say we got the best players in the world, I mean, that's not the truth. And again, they're rivaling, talking about how can you have them negotiate? How can you have them negotiate if the WNBA was not in on this? It's no way you can have somebody like that negotiating for the rest of the players in the league. You would be able to stop that. You would be able, rightfully so, all the way within your rights to be able to say you guys can't negotiate. Bree Stu, Napheesa Collier, and now Wnba. You signed with Project B. You three have to go for sure. Kelsey Plum, you got contract with Unrivaled. You can't do this neither. Who else got a contract with Unrivaled? You can't do this neither. We got to replace y'all with somebody else because it's a clear conflict of interest. She just said we trying to do things that other leagues can't do. So if you trying to do things other leagues can't do, why would I have you in my negotiation room to find out what we not doing, and then you can go and try to do something we not doing? Like you can counter off of like that's like going to the rival gang who's planning on, coming to the hood and doing damage, and they gathering people up, and here you are, loud and clear from the hood they about to go smash, and you just in this, what y'all about to go do? Oh yeah, y'all gonna do that? All right, and then go tell this is nuts. This is nuts. But listen, I hate to say I told you so. If you still don't understand that they are all colluding, I don't understand. That's a slap in the WNBA, the NBA's face, to sit there and say what she just said. We're trying to do things other leagues ain't doing. While you saying we don't want it, no, we don't want that contract y'all giving us. No, we don't want that. No, we want more. Oh, we want more. We want more of this. We want more of that. Oh, you can't now bring our housing back. We need that housing. Oh, not only that. So just in case y'all agree to all of that. Oh yeah, and also we need to pay the players that came before us. We need to have them some money too. Yeah, they didn't get to make the money. Let's give them some money too. Find out how we can get them some money. So y'all want to play in other leagues. You want to build other leagues to rival our league. You want us to pay you 7 figures. You want us to pay for housing and cars. You want us to give you damn near 50% of the revenue split. And you want us to pay the players that came before you. Boy, this is pimping. Boy, this is strong arming at its finest. Oh, Jesus. You want us to do all of this. Give you housing, cars, revenue split, 7-figure deal, let you play in other leagues, and pay the old players. That's what you think you deserve. When our numbers clearly show a whole different. Our numbers clearly showed. Can we show you the numbers? You just asked me for a lot, young ladies. Ladies, y'all just asked us for. Can I show you some numbers? Would you be okay with that? Can I show you how the only time we had to move an arena to an NBA arena, a game to an NBA arena, was Caitlin Clark's games? It's the only time. The other ones we pump faked and moved, and y'all couldn't sell it out. And your tickets was cheap. Do y'all understand we got to sell y'all tickets at $10 fucking and it don't sell out? Can I tell you the numbers how we sold these tickets for $20 and it didn't sell out? 5,000 seated arena and you didn't sell it out, and tickets was fucking $15, $20. $100 you courtside. You on court, you floor seats for $150. You on the floor. And that could be MVP Asia Wilson versus Angel Reese. And we can't sell that ticket for no more than $25. Let me show you the numbers. But yeah, I ain't gonna even talk about Clark. Let's just talk about how much we gotta sell your tickets for. Let's just talk about that. And how y'all don't sell out even with the price of your tickets being a value meal price. Niggas is door dashing more than what it costs to get into. I'm finna do a DoorDash order that would cost more than it do to get into a game. So, man, I bought a WNBA ticket for $8. My daughter schoolers got in free. It was family day. So what I mean, but y'all want us to pay you all this money. There's no way they're gonna agree to that. And they know that. That's why they run it. This is why I said they purposely gonna lock Caitlin out. Because they know they're gonna ask for all these ridiculous things to where they know the WNBA is not gonna agree, which that's what the WNBA plan and the NBA. Ask for a bunch of run the price up. Make us look good. Make us look like, hey, we tried, man. But it's no way we could meet those demands. That's nuts. We're too far in the hole. We're 300 million plus in the hole. There's no way we meeting those demands, man. Are you crazy for only one player? When we got the numbers right here. We're not done. We're not the fans. We're not the toxic fans of Angel Reese's or Asia Wilson's or like y'all want to call it, Caitlin Clark's. We're not those fans. We're the people with facts. Stats and facts. We got the data. We got the true shit. The true numbers of viewership. Yeah, we might spin the narrative to the media, to the public, that y'all doing something without Caitlin Clark, but that's just us shooting the shit. But when we doing these negotiations, ain't no shooting the shit. It's truth serum. Nothing but it. We spent those numbers to make it look away for y'all. Because y'all numbers is honestly, these are the real numbers. Terrible. Nobody fuck with those numbers. You want us to give you all this money for those numbers? No. We're not going to do it. And that's going to be the end of this Caitlin Clark saga, which is sad. Because again, I believe she sticks to her guns and won't play in neither league. I just believe she won't play basketball. I just believe she just won't play basketball. You understand? Make sure I hit the like button, hit the super chat. Super chat is open, ladies and gentlemen. Donate to the chat. I just believe she won't play basketball no more. And that's why I say I don't think she might even be an Olympic. If they lock her out and it's a wrap, I don't even think Caitlin gonna want to even play with them on the Olympic team. That's why I said yesterday in my live, I don't believe she plays on the Olympic team. Not because she will get cut, but because she will know everything is all against her, and they did this all. I think it would come all together for her. Like, oh wow, she gonna take that step back and look at how everything played out. Damn, they was trying to get me in Unrivaled when I was in college, and then next thing you know, you got Ice Cube trying to get me to play in his big three. And because I turned those down, then next thing you know, I got the world hating me. Half of the world hated me, it seemed like. Felt like. I'm sure it felt like to her. I got all the players in the league, even the white players, hating on me. The Connecticut mob hating on me. I got the ref turning blind eyes to me. I got Adam Silver coming out in her first year saying, yeah, it's good for the sport. About how much they've been targeting her. He got asked a question about how they target. He's like, no, it's not targeting, and it's good for the sport what they're doing. And Kathy Engelberg saying damn near the same thing. So when she take a step back and look at all of these different scenarios, I told them no to Unrivaled. I didn't want to play 3-on-3. And the next thing you know, out of nowhere, here comes a Project B league that's 5-on-5 and capable of paying us an insane amount of money. While we trying to negotiate for our very league here. We have another league talking about they're going to pay us an insane amount of money. So that's like that's insane. Hold on. You the key. Come on, my love. You got key. Hello. No, on our thing, no. But yeah. Oh man, it's over now. Yeah, will she play ever again, bro? I doubt it. I doubt we might get to see her in like all-star celebrity matches. We might get that like bullshit you not. I doubt she's going to play for even the Olympics. She might do that might be her last hurrah. That might. But the crazy part is where is she gonna be playing basketball and with who during 2027 and 2028? Well, so we'll see. That's gonna be weird. Because y'all gotta understand, this is all coming to a head. There will be no 2026 season, it looks like, for sure now. Unrivaled and Project B seems like they're going on with what they're doing, right? So if it's no 2026 season and it's time to renegotiate for 2027, but I don't know if they're going to open back up negotiations come 2027. I don't know how that works. I don't know how far that goes. But if they lock out this year, Katie's not playing no basketball nowhere. So let's say they do come back 2027. No, but again, I doubt that. It's going to be over. They don't come back this year, so it's over. Ain't no coming back. So she'll be in WPGA. We'll see. We'll see. She got to get her golf swing up. But it's over. Yeah. I don't see how she gonna survive this one. But again, this is what I was saying. I wish she would have said something. I really do. I wish she would have said something earlier. She should have said something like, "This is colluding. This is conflict of interest. I want to make sure that we are negotiating in good faith for the rest of the players, not just players that sign with them, right?" Like I think she should have said something like that, because that would have held so much more weight than us saying it. It would have held weight in the mainstream media would have had to pick those words up. If Caitlin said those words, ESPN and all, they would have had to talk about it, and they would have had to be frank about it. There's no way you would have been able to wiggle your way out of it. You would have. Is that conflict of interest? Yeah, it is. There's no getting around that. Anybody with any kind of a brain knows that's a clear conflict of interest. So ain't no way you'd be able to fix your fucking mouth on national TV and sit there and act like that's not. And act like, yeah, they're actually negotiating in good faith for the rest of the league. It's no way they could be. They have a league of their own that they sign in players to multi-million deals, year deals, not multi-million, multi-year deals. So believe you me, I think that would have held so much weight if Caitlyn tweeted, spoke it, and she would have gone on camera and said, "Yeah, I think we should have some different people negotiating because all these new leagues, people signing with these new leagues, that's a conflict of interest. Love you, Bree, love you, Fee, but y'all being co-founders of Unrivaled and." And again, she would have. CC knows how to politically correct shit so correctly. She would have been able to slice it and dice it in her style. It would have been beautiful because she know how to say things without even she know how to say things without actually saying things. But in this case, she would have had to throw some people under the bus and call some people out. But the way she would have did it, I'm sure it would have been much better than how I'm throwing it out there. Because she has a PR team, media team, all of that. I believe she's well spoken already and so forth. And so, yeah, I think that would have moved the needle. That would have made the WNBA and everybody have to take a pause back, a step back and say, damn, she got us with that one. She finally said something and held our hand to the fire. Because that would have held their hand to the fire on having to make a change. Because that would have made all of us go in a huge uproar about it. And we all would have had her back 1,000%. And P said she knows that. We would have had her back on that 1,000%. And there's no way around it. It's clear conflict of interest. As he said in her conference, we're doing whatever we can that these other leagues are not doing. So that's all for tonight, folks. I appreciate y'all coming through. Much love to all of y'all, man. Enjoy your holidays. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's the Pope. Peace and love. Till tomorrow. I'm out.